Send the light. Send the light. Send the light. Send the light. Into my soul.
In the name of Jesus.
Send the light.
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 Fulfill your purpose in Jesus' name. Yeah. You disappointment, you delay, out in Jesus' name. Send the light, oh Jehovah.
Send the light.
Send the light, oh. Enough of the delay. Enough in Jesus' name. You are free. Oh, yeah.
Where you are coming from?
My name is Portia. I'm coming from Accra.
Can you confirm the prophecy of the woman of God to you?
I confirm the prophecy to be very true. I started writing exams into the law school in 2018. The first time I came here and then Apostle prayed for me, I was able to enter in 2021. We wrote exams again and then I ended up failing the results that just came recently.
So you confirm the prophecy of the woman of God to you?
I confirm it to be true.
And do you believe these words of prophecy has brought deliverance to your life?
I believe it. Thank you, Jesus. I'm free. Thank you, Jesus.
Can you please tell us your name and where you are coming from?
My name is Portia. I'm coming from Accra.
We believe you have a wonderful testimony. Can you go ahead and share your testimony?
Okay. So I completed GIMPA in 2018 and then I started writing the Ghana School of Law entrance exams. I wrote the Ghana School of Law entrance exams in 2018, 2019, 2020 and 2021. So I started coming to this church in 2021 and in 2021 I was able to enter into the Ghana School of Law. So we wrote an exams again last year, November. The results came out for the Part 1 exams in Ghana School of Law. If you fail 3 papers, that means that you have to repeat the year all over again. So the results came out and then I failed 3 papers. So I came to church on a Sunday and that day Mrs. Okafo was the one who was ministering that day. And then she prayed for me against the spirit of setback and against the spirit of delay. So I went for remarking. You can apply to the school for them to remark your papers. And if I was to pass the remarking, that means that I don't have to repeat and I can join my friends in Part 2. To the glory of God, after the deliverance by the results came out, and to the glory of God, I passed the remarking. I'm no more repeating, and now I have joined my friends.
You mean you suffered a major setback of failure in your academics?
Yes.
You failed your exams.
Yes.
And then you were privileged to be here at Jesus on the Throne International Ministry way back at Somanya.
Yes.
And a woman of God, Lady Evangelistina, prayed for you and then ministered a message of prophecy to you. What did she tell you?
She told me that she could see the spirit of setback and the spirit of delay. And then she prayed for me and then she delivered me.
So this spirit of setback and delay, how has it affected you in your academics, education?
I started writing the entrance exam to the Ghana School of Law in 2018. That means I wrote the exam 4 times. And then the 4th time was that year that I started coming to this church and I was able to enter when I wrote after the 4th time, so for 4 years.
So you faced a major setback of 4 years in your education
Yes.
in attempt to enter the law school.
Yes.
So you failed times, and then the fourth time you were privileged to be here.
Yes.
And the man of God prayed for you.
Yes.
And that made way for you to enter into the law school.
Yes.
And when you entered into the law school, you faced another setback again. And you were privileged to be here. And the woman of God ministered to you through a message of prophecy, of which you confirm it to be true. And by the special grace of God, you passed that exams. People of God, put your hands together for Jesus. So during this moment of setback, how did it affect you?
I wasn't myself. I was secluded. I wasn't really talking to my family as much as I used to, because all my study mates all passed the exams and entered into part 2, and I was literally the only one who actually failed. So I was really, really sad and really, really devastated. Yes.
So after you've passed the exams, how is the feelings like?
It's undescribable.
And from which grade or GPA to which grade?
So when the results came, I got 49. That was a D. And then when the remarking came, for that same paper, I got 49. When the remarking came, I got 59.
Put your hands together for Jesus. People of God, let us understand something here. She wrote the exam, she failed with a mark of 49. And then there was a remarking, and it was remarked, and she got 59. Meaning the enemy held it. Because the same paper should be remarked with a different mark. It means it's not normal. But when she came here, she was privileged to receive message of prophecy from the woman of God that she was going through a moment of failure and disappointment, of which she was prayed for and delivered. And after that deliverance, there was a remark, and she passed to the glory of God. Put your hands together for Jesus. So tell us more, after the exams, how are your academics like? Were you still struggling like you used to struggle before?
No, because of awaiting the remarking, it took 4 months. So that means that my friends were having lectures, and I had to join them after 4 months of lectures. To the glory of God, when I sit in class, before I started lectures, I told God, a God of Daniel Okafo, Apostle Daniel Okafo, as I'm entering this class, even though I'm 4 months behind, let me not sit in class and ask myself, what is this lecturer saying? To the glory of God, I enter the classroom, and for the weeks I have joined them, I understand every single thing as if I have not missed 4 months of lectures.
You know, but before, when you sit in class, what happens?
Sometimes when I sit in class, after about 12 hours sitting in class, you can come out and ask me what the lecturer said, and I'll tell you I do not remember.
But now when you sit in class,
I remember every single thing the lecturer says.
people of God, deliverance comes with a lot of breakthroughs. She was distracted. Before, when she sits in class, she won't understand anything. But after the deliverance, we've heard her that when she sits in class now, she can understand whatever the lecturer is lecturing or teaching. Put your hands together for Jesus.
Now I am in part 2. So by the grace of God, I have an exam to write in June, July again. And by the grace of God, 6th of October, I'll be called to the bar and I'll be a lawyer.
Put your hands together. Very soon, by the grace of God and the God of Apostle Daniel Okafo, that delivered her from this spirit of setback in her academics, very soon she will be called to the bar and she will become a lawyer, a lady lawyer. Put your hands together for Jesus. So what can you say about this?
I would say a delayed prophecy is not an unfulfilled prophecy. No matter how long it takes, whatever God has said you will be, you will be. No matter what the enemy plans, it can take you a year, 4 years, but it will definitely come to pass. I promise God that I will serve him for the rest of my life, and I will tell people about him, because in this world now there are a lot of setbacks that are making people doubt their faith and are making people lose their faith. So I believe this has made me a testimony to other people that I can proudly say that no matter how long it takes, 6 years, 7 years, do not lose your faith, because when it comes boom. Your testimony comes very big.
People of God, it doesn't matter how long it takes. When the God of Apostle Daniel Okafo steps in, there is a testimony, there is a miracle, and there is a breakthrough. And we want to advise you, as the man of God said, do not concern yourself with position, the things of this world. It's a beautiful thing to be a lawyer as a young lady, but that is not the best. The best is introduce Jesus' lifestyle in your career, in the law court. Tell them about Jesus, because one day eyes will close, and when eyes close, you are not taking the law to heaven. You are going to meet God face to face. Put your hands together for Jesus.